Congratulations to Canelo for becoming the undisputed super middleweight champion of the world, as he scored a devastating knockout tonight against Caleb Plant in the 11th round. This fight played out exactly to a T how I predicted. I told you guys Caleb Plant was gonna outbox Canelo early. Then in the fourth quarter of the fight, Canelo will get him out of there in a devastating fashion, either with an overhand right or a devastating left hook, which the lunging left hook by Canelo was the one that really got the job done. Nevertheless, from the first bell, Caleb Plant came out establishing his jab, finding the range, and using the ring to his advantage. As predicted, Caleb Plant gave Canelo Alvarez a hard time early with his jab and movement. He easily won 5 out of the first 7 rounds. However, once they entered the later part of the fight, Caleb Plant started to slow down, while Canelo Alvarez came on stronger. Even then, Caleb Plant managed to win some of the later rounds as well. But by that point, Canelo was breaking down Caleb Plant to the body, which eventually Caleb Plant had no steam on his punches. Caleb Plant's ultimate downfall was his inside game. Boxing Canelo is not enough. Yeah, Caleb Plant was outboxing Canelo with ease, but once Canelo closed the gap, Caleb Plant looked really uncomfortable. Like I said on my prediction video, Caleb Plant fights too much of the Philly shell. Even Floyd doesn't fight that long of the Philly shell. Even though he's the master of it, you see Floyd go to the high guard and give his opponents different looks. However, Caleb Plant fought of the Philly shell majority of the night. And don't get me wrong, he did a great job doing it. He was countering Canelo with right hands, so on and so forth. But at the same time, that left him vulnerable for left hooks all night, which eventually Canelo Alvarez loaded up with the left hook, where he managed to land one right on the mark as Caleb Plant was trying to stand his ground. After that, Canelo Alvarez followed up with the right uppercut and another left hook that dropped Caleb Plant. Caleb Plant barely got up. That's when Canelo Alvarez jumped on him and got the job done. So congrats to Canelo. On the other hand, Caleb Plant, he showed a lot of heart and put on a good challenging performance against Canelo Alvarez. Listen, he could have utilized his jab better to the body instead of just focusing solely on the head. That would have helped on keeping Canelo off of him. But the reality is, Canelo was the better man tonight. Caleb Plant had some tools, but not all of the tools necessary to beat Canelo Alvarez. That's why he was handpicked by Canelo Alvarez to be here tonight. I predicted this 2 years ago. These memes you guys seeing, these were made 2 years ago. What this fight showed tonight is that Canelo Alvarez is very vulnerable. He can be outboxed. He's not that good of a boxer. Amir Khan outboxed him for 5 rounds. Lara outboxed him. Triple G outboxed him. Kovalev was outboxing him before he got stopped. Billy Joe Saunders was outboxing him before he got stopped. And so did Caleb Plant. This further proves, since Canelo lost to Floyd Mayweather, he's still the same fighter. He still has the same flaws. And this fight proved it. The only difference is Floyd Mayweather. Floyd didn't just outbox Canelo like Lara did. Floyd Mayweather fought Canelo. He backed up Canelo in the first round, in the 7th round, and he beat Canelo at his own game, which is the reason why Canelo haven't fought an undefeated Black American fighter since then, till this day. And now Canelo is officially Europe #1 pound-for-pound undisputed champion. If you Canelo fans disagree, then please tell me, why did Canelo fight Caleb Plant for undisputed, but he won't fight Demetrius Andrade for undisputed at 160 pounds? Why did Canelo Alvarez turn down the same amount of money to fight Demetrius Andrade for undisputed? Better yet, why he rather fight Jake Paul but not Andrade?
Canelo, you said you'll be interested in fighting Jake Paul. Do you think Jake Paul is better than Demetrius Andrade?
No. No worse.
All right, who is better, Benavidez or Charlo in your opinion?
Both fighters are great. Both fighters are great fighters. I can pick one because they are good fighters.
How personal was this fight for you? Other than, because I know you want the belts.
Yeah,
this is different.
it's different.
You seem more amped up than you were when I saw you back in Dallas in May. It seemed like this, like a little bit, like a little more Viva la Raza.
But this is a little more personal because what happened in Los Angeles. But I'm good.
Do you think that's going to lead him more for a knockout because he's going to be more in front of you, trying to prove and that he's not going to let you bully him?
I don't know. I don't know what he's gonna do, but whatever he gonna do, just be careful.
No, would you be disappointed based on what you just said about it being personal if you did not knock him out?
No. I just wanna win. If he's knocked out, okay. It's his decision. It's okay.
How emotional?
It's boxing. At the end of the day, I'm gonna win. That's the right thing, right?
How emotional are they gonna be to get all those belts and what you've been worked for your whole career?
You fighting at 168 undisputed at 168 this weekend. Is there a reason why you didn't go for undisputed at 154 or 160?
That's what we talking about, Eddie and me. We have a lot of opportunities to be undisputed in 154 and 160, but you know, sometimes the promoter is difficult. It's difficult to make.
Okay, thank you.
Eddie, do people realize that Demetrius Andrade could be the undisputed middleweight champion of the world?
They're sleeping on him.
He's
But
holding the last piece.
I said to Andre the other day, I said, Demetrius, you have no idea what a position you are in. You are the final piece of the undisputed puzzle. That's going to be the undisputed fight that could happen.
He is the only champion out there in the division right now, and Canelo should want to fight him. Canelo wants to fight Kovalev. There's not a lot we can do about that. I feel bad for Andre that Canelo doesn't want to seem to fight him. The fight is no longer an undisputed fight because of the WBC franchise situation.
And what do you think about Jake Paul telling people that he would love to fight Canelo Alvarez in another year or two?
We'll see. You never say no, so we'll see.
William on Twitter asks, hey, Canelo, why have you continually refused to fight Demetrius Andrade? Never at 154 or at 160, and he holds a belt. You call him boring, but you smash Billy Joe Saunders, and his style is similar.
No, he's a horrible fighter. I don't never want to fight with him. He fought with anybody, so.
Canelo, obviously you've been following, there's the YouTube sensation Jake Paul is out there, and he has said that he has a goal within 3 years to fight you. Do you think that could ever happen?
We don't know. You never say no, so we don't know. He can try and keep going fighting and learn, and we'll see in the future.
What does he need to do?
Putting the fact that he's fighting in June aside, can you give me your thoughts about the possibility of a fight against Demetrius Andrade and the prospect of becoming the undisputed champion?
Sí, no, el que tenga el título, eso es lo que queremos el título, y pues obviamente ese es el objetivo, ¿no? Vamos a sentarnos con nuestro equipo a ver qué es lo que viene, pero el objetivo es ganar los 4 títulos en peso medio.
Yes, that's the goal. Look, whoever has the title, doesn't matter. Our goal is to unify all the belts, become the undisputed middleweight champion of the world.
I'm with DAZN, Matchroom, which Matchroom, Eddie Hearns is supposed to deliver the big fights, offer Charlo $7 million to fight me, offer Canelo $40 to fight Demetrius Andrade, $5 million more to fight me. Instead, he went up and fought Kovalev. So instead of that $35 million he was getting, they offered him $40 to fight Demetrius Andrade. And he was like, nah, I'm going to fight Kovalev.
Yeah.
Like you said, 54 and 160. He wants to unify at 160 after he beat Triple G. You know what he did? He said, nah, I'm not fighting Andrade. I'm going to go fight Kovalev. So if you can answer, right, everybody else's questions. Hey, what do you think about Demetrius Andrade? I don't find nobody. And nobody. Oh, what do you think about Charlo? What do you think? So I can't ask him that same question. Like, yo, bro, what's up, bro? We can't get it on.
Yeah.
We can't get it on.
Yeah.
Why can't we get it on? Why Rocky Fielding? Why Yurdam? Why Colin Smith? Who Smith for?
Yeah.
Who Billy Joe for? You know, they don't want to see this superhero get beat, bro. That's just what it is.
Yeah.
You know, that's just Canelo fans protecting their hero. You know, they don't want to cry. They don't want to, you know what I'm saying? They don't want Canelo. You know? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Canelo. That's a girl. Like, come on.